Surprisingly, everyone wants to take advantage of this shy and poor girl, which is why she still doesn't know her own best friends. But the good news is that she always tries to find a good friend, even if she doesn't succeed. Hello, my dear family. Welcome to Nemex Recaps. Today, I have brought you the most popular movie called Melissa Panarello, which was released in 2005. My family, please help us by liking the video. Without wasting time, let's go to the movie. At the start of the movie, we see a quiet girl named Melissa. Melissa is a little girl who lives with her mom, Daria, and her grandma, Elvira. Elvira often smokes cigarettes, and because of that, she stayed sick for a long time. Melissa doesn't talk much with her mom, but she is very close to her grandma. Today, Melissa is really happy because a boy named Daniel invited her to his party. Daniel is the most liked and wealthy boy in school, and Melissa has liked him for a long time. Melissa goes to a party at Daniel's house with her friend Manuela, but she is too shy to talk to Daniel there. A boy pushes Melissa into the water, and since she can't swim, she begins to drown. Seeing this, Daniel jumps in the water and helps Melissa come out. Daniel takes Melissa to his backyard, where they can see the sea. Daniel asks Melissa about her family. Melissa says that her dad is an engineer and he is often away in other countries. While talking, Daniel learns that Melissa has feelings for him. Daniel uses this opportunity to kiss Melissa, but after they're done, he leaves her by herself. Melissa feels really sad. Many months went by after that day, and during all that time, Daniel never called Melissa except to meet up. But even so, Melissa was falling deeply in love with Daniel. School will start here in a few days as well. Melissa tries to get Daniel to notice her, but it doesn't work. Melissa goes to a bar with her friend Manuela, and Daniel is there too with her friends. Daniel sees Melissa and introduces him to her friends. Melissa enjoys watching this. Afterward, Daniel takes Melissa to his house, where he tries to attract her. They both become close to each other there. At the same time, Melissa tells Daniel that she loves him, but Daniel makes fun of her and turns him down before walking away. This was the second time Daniel hurt Melissa's feelings. Now Melissa decides she won't stay a nice girl anymore. Instead, she will act like Daniel and hurt others to make herself happy. Melissa's parents decided to move her grandma to a nursing home because her heart was getting worse. Then Daria and Melissa take Elvira to the nursing home. Melissa was very upset because she was really close to her grandmother. Leaving her there and going home made her sad. Daria wants to talk to Melissa, but Melissa doesn't want to talk back. A few days later, on Christmas, Elvira comes back home. She gets why she's looking at Melissa. Melissa has a lot of problems in her life. She quietly tells Daria about it. But Daria says it's not like that at all. And just like that, a few more days go by. One day, Melissa receives a call from Daniele. He says to her, he wants to surprise her. He asks Melissa to come over to his house, even though Daniele made them feel very embarrassed. Melissa visits his house. Daniele begins to charm Melissa and asks him to shut his eyes. After that, a friend of Daniele walks into the room and he begins kissing Melissa too. Both of them wanted to be close to Melissa together. Then when Melissa finds out about it, then she begins to walk away from there. But then she acts like she doesn't care about anything. She returns and gets close with both of them. Melissa also had a journal in which she wrote down everything that happened to her. When Manuela learns about what Melissa has been doing, then she tries to persuade Melissa. She doesn't have to do everything. But Melissa doesn't pay attention to her at all. The next day, Melissa rides a scooter to the museum. A man comes and sits next to Melissa. And Melissa is close to him as well. One day, one of Melissa's classmates finds her diary, and she reads it out loud to the whole class. Because of this, everyone knows all of Melissa's hidden secrets. Melissa also wrote about her close relationships in this diary, and the entire class finds out about it as well. Then Melissa takes her diary back in anger, and she blames Manuela for it. Melissa wrote the wrong stuff in the diary meant for Manuela, which makes Manuela feel sad, and Melissa ends her friendship with him. Melissa then shows everyone that she has changed a lot, starts wearing short clothing. The next day, there was a boy named Marco in Melissa's class, and he liked Melissa. He hadn't been able to talk to Melissa at all yet. Today he is brave enough to visit Melissa. But then Melissa gets a call from Daniele. After some time, Danielle's friend Arnaldo comes to see Melissa. and says to him he is going to give a surprise today. Then he puts a blindfold on her and brings her to a basement. We look in the basement. Besides Arnaldo, there are 4 other boys there. Then Melissa sees them. Then he gets it all. And then kissed there with everyone. The next day, everyone in the school hears about it. And everyone finds out. Melissa is quite a girl. Then Melissa makes her account on a dating website. There she talks with a lot of boys she doesn't know. Melissa meets a man on the site. As a result, Melissa begins to talk a lot. Then this man asks Melissa to come to his hotel for a private time together. Melissa gets ready and goes to the hotel. After a while, Daria gets home. He receives a call from the nursing home. And someone tells him this. The grandmother is not feeling well, and he should come see her soon. After this, Daria goes to her room to find Melissa. But Melissa wasn't there. Daria finds her diary in Melissa's room and takes it to the nursing home. The diary starts to fall, and Daria learns all the secrets of her daughter. Knowing all this, Daria really liked it. A man arrives and tells Daria that her grandmother has died. When Daria realizes this, she starts crying a lot. On the other hand, this really scares Melissa, and somehow gets away from that hotel. Then she goes home. His mom, Daria, was sitting in his room. Then Daria tells Melissa that grandma has died. When Melissa hears this, she begins to cry. When Daria saw his clothes, she got it. That's what Melissa means. After a while, Daria asks Melissa about it by pointing to her diary. Melissa asks if what is written in it is true or just something you made up. Yes, that's completely true. When they heard this, both of them started crying. Daria says sorry to Melissa. He should have looked after Melissa better. From now on, she can tell her mother everything. And a little while goes by, and Melissa goes back to how she was before. Today was the final day of his school. She visits Manuela's house before heading to school. But there, Melissa becomes friends with Manuela again. Then they go to school together. Melissa and Manuela were walking by too. Daniel tries to stop Melissa when he sees her. But this time, Melissa ignores him. Melissa goes to see the result. And he discovers Marco, a boy in his class, didn't pass. And he comes here as well, and shares all his feelings with Melissa. He says this to her as well. He is going to leave the school and start at art school. He has a crush on Melissa. Some of Melissa's drawings are also done by him. He then shows Melissa all the drawings he made in his notebook. Being with someone makes Melissa feel really happy. He asks Melissa to take a picture. He wanted to draw one last picture before he left. After the drawing is done, Melissa gives him a hug. And then Marco goes away too. After that, now we see a scene after a long time. Melissa is with her mother, and they are walking towards her grandmother's grave. They get to the grave and lay down some flowers. Daria gives Melissa a hug, showing that they are now good friends. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.